Let's Hunt is a video series with tactics, weapons, locations, and other useful tips, always around one particular animal. Howdy Hunters! Today we have coyotes on the menu. And you can find coyotes in White Hart Island on both islands, the southern and the northern island. But of course also here in Loggers Point, and for me personally, this is the favorite place to be for coyotes. I'm starting my hunt at 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is what the map looks like and where I start. This is the map of Loggers Point, and I'm starting down here in the southeast of the map. And as you walk around here, you will always find 2 or maybe 3 packs of coyotes walking around. You can extend your hunt over here. And then up here, there's a dry area really. You won't find many there. You will find them later again. So I'll stick to the southern area here. And I will look for coyotes there. So let's get going. I'm bringing the 303 British, which is a very fun gun. It just came out a few days ago, and you can take out coyotes nicely with this caliber. Also I have the shotgun with some buckshot. If you're lucky, you can take out a number of coyotes at once. Well, actually it's 2 coyotes at once if you're lucky. Down here you have pheasants, you have a lot of whitetails, some feral hawks, you even find mule deer. But like said, lots of coyotes. I really like this place. The good part here is you have open wide hills where you can either see them better or also when you call them, it's easier to prepare an area where you can lay ambush, where you can have a good line of sight to the animals. This is a lot harder in White Hart. That looks like a decent pheasant here. This guy. Nah, it's a mid-size. Okay. What you can do is, of course, take out the male pheasants. So they will stop calling. Otherwise you walk past them, they keep calling, and you miss the calls that you're looking for. So I will take these out first. Now, of course, if there were any animals in the vicinity, they would have spooked. But I find it easier to just take them out and then be done with them. Sometimes you can come back to an area where you have been before, and guess who's calling again? The pheasants that pestered you earlier on. So you can be sure these guys won't be calling again. So like I said, you can really find all the animals from Loggers Point down here except the cottontail rabbits. But there's very many coyotes. And whitetails. Usually the first call is either whitetail or then it's a coyote or pheasant. So what I do sometimes, I just run a bit to gain ground, look for more tracks, listen for calls. You can still receive calls while you're running, but then they really need to be far away from you. And even if you run into fleeing tracks from the coyotes, that's still okay. You can follow them. The score of the coyote is the weight. So you want to follow heavy tracks, and that's really it. The best estimation you can get is when it says 20 to 30 kilograms. Even though it can only reach 27 kilograms, that's what it says on the Hunter made as an estimation. That's the best you can get. 20 to 25 kilograms is also good, but then of course you're limited. You're not gonna exceed 25 kilograms. So if you're in competitions and you're going after coyotes, just look for tracks that say 20 to 30 kilograms. And we have a call from a female. And of course we know they are in most cases in packs. So I will call them over here. This is a good area actually. This is a good place. I usually look to keep a distance of at least 30 meters to both coyotes and red fox. They seem to see you when you're within 30 meters, when you're handling or maneuvering around with the weapons, or if you're using the binos, then switch back to the weapon or get up for a bow shot. Within 30 meters they seem to be able to see you, so usually try to be a little bit beyond that, which is still fine for any weapon pretty much to shoot them. Now the Yotes will trot into the call. Sometimes they come right as a group, sometimes they come one by one. And if that is the case, you can risk shots with the python bow, for example. With that silent bow, you can take out some of the animals and the others will still come. But of course, for the purpose of if you have a mission or if you have a competition going, just wait for them until you see them all and then take out the best. So let's see, the call came from beyond that hill. So this is where I should be looking. I'm wearing the summer camo flash, the some 3D sneaky summer camo, whatever. And here, of course, in the open field, I have no camo. But that is the best option for the coyote. But if you stay in a safe distance, then you'll be okay anyway. By the way, I want to switch back to buckshot, of course. Ah, she comes all on her own. She puts on a good show, but she's on her own. She's a rather small. Really fun gun, this 303 British. You cannot zoom the scope, so longer shots are a bit of a challenge, but that is a good thing. So here's our Coyote, 8:19, so almost 10 minutes. Now she was on her own. At least I didn't have the patience to wait a lot longer. But of course that could be a pack of up to 4 or 5 animals easily. You can see I'm using the track and color Cyan, which is really a good color. It works on all maps. It doesn't look great, doesn't fit right into nature, but that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to stick out, and it really works for reddish maps like Hirschfelden, like bush rangers. It works here on loggers. It works in Hemmeldal on the white surface of the snow. Mule deer. Looks like this buck was fleeing from the shot. There he is. Okay, so I'll run a bit. You can zigzag over this area, or you can just run a big circle. So here we have more tracks. An hour ago, this female trotted up here. Very young track is this one. So this looks like we have some traffic here. 20 to 30. This is our guide to go after. Excellent. So there's another track there to find out where it went. Oops. And another male. Right over there above the tower. And I can check out its weight actually. When it called, can you see the track that lighted up? I can now tell exactly the weight, or at least the weight estimation. So lots of coyotes here. Oh, maybe. See, this is an old track, and it's a lightweight male. But maybe our big guy is in that group. That would be cool. But we have to be careful here. Ooh, they come trotting. What's your weight, buddy? I cannot get the weight, but I have to be careful here. actually gonna use Sand Eliminator. And now I have to find a good place to call them. I think I know where I go. So if we're lucky, this is one pack, and the big guy that we saw is part of that pack. Where did they go? Well, that's perfect actually. Unless we spook them, we can call them towards here and then just sneak a bit further down. There's currently a mission ongoing for the Easter 2015 event. And you have to shoot 2 coyotes with the weight of 23.5 kilograms. And I got one already in this area, and maybe this is going to be our second. Usually it takes a bit until they start trotting, but once they start, they will come quickly, so hopefully I can make it to this hill down here. I would hate to spook them. This is where I caught. 42 meters, that looks safe to me. And here they come. Whoa, 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 what do you do? What do you do? See, this is dangerous. That is not where I called you. And he's smelling. That's not good. This looks like a female. And off they go. That is not fair. But this happens a lot. I think this is a very old, very stupid bug in the game. That they don't run where you call them, but actually they come more towards you. But anyway, let's go look for our big guy if he came as well. So here's where they came. They almost ran on top of me. And here's where I called them. This little hump here is where I wanted them. I've seen this really often already. I should know it. By the way, if you find a track that is old, like 1 hour ago, you want to go after that really quickly. Because if you stick around, if you shoot other animals, all of a sudden the track will be gone. They will disappear after some time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run after this. I'm gonna go after this big dog. This one I've seen. Maybe I'll run in a circle. But this guy is worth it. So I've been running after my dog here, and I've received a new call. A new female. A call from a female I have not received any calls from or seen any tracks from before. So we'll check those out as well. I can tell you this is a busy place. There's a lot of coyotes here. And if you have the patience to go through or go past the pheasants and whitetails and feral hawks, you will find the tracks. Oh, I can probably almost see them. So the best method to avoid the magnetic buck, as I call it, the buck where they will run to you instead of the call, is really if you call them frontal, if they run towards you, then they will mostly stop where they're supposed to. But if you move to the side, often they just come to you. Oh, I might be too close here. Now, worst case, coyotes come from different angles. That happens a lot as well, or it can happen sometimes because there's so many here. You call one pack from one end, and they run over you from the backside because you didn't know they were there. So it looks like this female is alone. Oh, it's a male. Oh wow, he's gonna complete my mission actually. Because the 23.5 kilograms is about 51 pounds, and this one has a really good estimation. 50 to 57, 40, 24.7 if I can say it. That's a really decent coyote. And the mission is completed. I wonder if my track is going to disappear on the hunter mate. No, it stays, so it's another dog. Could have been my big fat guy that I was after. Whoa, hold on a minute. And it's an Easter egg. But it wasn't the fat guy, it was another big dog. Finally I've completed this mission, and now we will go after this one again. Interesting turn here. So maybe he was part of that group that I just booked. I run after coyotes until the timer estimation says I'm about 30 minutes away. 30 to something. And right now it's 50 to 57. And this guy runs in a nice circle. This one's giving me a hard time now. It's fairly high grass here. My scene complexity is set to medium, which gives you a lot of grass already. Looks nice, but makes tracking a bit harder. Oh, I'm getting a call, maybe from this group. But I do not want to lose my track here. So there it is. Now I'm confirming it. Yes, it's this female here. And if they have regrouped, they're just south of the tower. If they have regrouped, maybe my big guy is in that group. I'm gonna take my chances here. Oh, there's the next track. This is really... What I'm seeing is if animals travel in herds, in packs, in groups, they zigzag a lot more, they're harder to follow. But the group as a whole is easier to follow. I'm gonna take this hill here. One of these. So yeah, a single animal is easier to follow. It's a more straight path. If you look at a group, how they run, they go back and forth, cross each other's paths. But since there's many tracks, it's easier to find the next tracks. You have a general sense of direction you get by just looking at the arcs of the other animals. So it looks like if we're looking at the track here, it did run in a circle, in a big circle. And it might have been there before when they spooked. So it's just a matter of time. Sooner or later we'll find it. Here's the female. She might be alone. Depending on how they spook, if they run all away from you, they will find each other afterwards. If they run in all different directions, then sometimes they don't find each other anymore. So what should I do? I'll leave her alone. I will just keep going after the big dog, because he's here somewhere. Run! So she's not gonna call anytime soon. Wow. Look where he went. Look where he went. This guy is... Actually, the whole group was doing funny stuff here. Oh, look at that. He was going up here. Is that correct? That's an older one, but he should have crossed that. Where are you? There you are. Fleeing. 40 minutes ago. That might have been my little encounter there with the magnetic dogs. Would be about right. Okay, so I will go after it here. Wow. He was camping here. One of those 3 tracks should be the youngest, of course. 35 minutes going here. 26 minutes going here. And you are 20 minutes. Going here. Why don't I trust that? Why do I believe he ran back here? We have a call from one of these groups. Yes. Female calling from the road down there. Again, I'm guessing if they have regrouped, this is where my dog might be. So I'm taking this up again. So I have the right track. Wow, there's so many here. fleeing in this direction. Okay. So I will call this group, or at least that female that called. Just looking for a good place here. That's exactly the direction. Okay. I need to move out of the grass. I mean, one possibility could be if you're just after coyotes, you can bring a tripod stand. That works well here in Loggers Point. And then put it up, move closer, call, move back onto the tripod, and you can nicely be out of the grass. So it's been a while since the call, maybe 1-2 minutes. They may have moved away again, so I'm just going closer to make sure when I call it is going to reach them. Okay, so this might work here. So I'm gonna call them towards here. And then go here. Perfect. And now if I'm lucky, the big guy will come. Although the one I just shot, almost 25 kilograms. That is a good dog already. And again, since there's so many coyotes, it's well possible that one of them is now going to run over my back here, coming from the backside. Yeah, I'm at 38 meters. If they come, this should be a good setup. Oh, there's a pheasant. That's probably one that's been calling. Now he's waving at me. So either I've spooked them, or they have moved out of the rendering distance already. I don't know. But they're not coming. At least I don't hear or see anything. Okay. So I'll keep going after my big guy here. Of course, having animals fleeing a lot is the consequence of running. So you might say, I don't want that. I just want to walk around and have just roaming tracks. But overall, I find I find more animals, find them quicker when I run sometimes, even with the danger of having to go after spooked animals. So I'm getting a bit closer again, 20 minutes away. It's about time he calls. Now he's trotting. So hopefully soon we'll see a solid circle. So unless this dog turns around, I can really walk after it until there's a solid circle. Which should be the case rather soon. Now we get the solid circle, excellent. We might even see it. Small white-tailed buck, pheasant. Nice picture. Okay, so this will be a good place to call it. I'll take this hill, it's a bit further away. And then I will just wait for it. Yeah, this looks like alright. I can hear steps from behind. Very close. So that's a different dog. Pleased to meet you, but you're not the one I was looking for. The other coyote was trotting at times, so maybe the black circle isn't quite accurate. And I couldn't reach it with the call. What that means is we just have to keep going after it. Yeah, so we'll have to keep going. he's not coming. Now hopefully this female won't spook into the wrong direction. Now having her around will always be a risk now when we call. So I really want to spook her. There she runs. And on we go after our male. Some animals are actually further away than what the black circle suggests. When they are trotting, they actually are further away than what the hunter may believes. And also for fast roaming animals, this is also true. For example, reindeer, if you've watched my video showing that they are about double the distance than what the circle suggests. Also happens with feral hogs, black bears. You feel like you should be getting a call now. They're so close. And now we get a new call from a pheasant. Oh, we probably can get rid of that one. But the male and female have regrouped. They're very close. Is this still even the right track? Yes. So you would think they should be calling really soon. Or I should see them. There you go. No, that's interesting. That's not my big guy, but I will call them anyway. Maybe a third guy found his way back into the group. I mean, they're definitely very close. So let's see. Maybe I shouldn't be picking up X here. And I just heard it spooking. Oh, there's one coming. I just heard one of the animals spook, and it was pretty sure the one of the coyotes. Got distracted by the stupid Easter egg there, but I would have not made it here anyway. So now they're looking at me, coming way too close again. That's not where I called them. I did not call you guys over here. I called you somewhere completely different. Again, a nice display of this buck. Animals following the player instead of instead of the call. Oh well. Look at this weight estimation. I just spotted it and it's now changed to 25 to 30. So now we know the dog is somewhere between 25 and 30 kilograms. Actually 25 and 27. I just looked at it, but spooked it. Well, it's gonna be a bit longer, but it's gonna be a big dog. So I ended up spooking that big dog anyway. But at least I spotted it, and now I know it's a really big guy. It's gonna be a bit longer, but it's gonna worth it. It's gonna be worth it. And as you could see, there was 4 coyotes running at me after the call. I didn't even know they were there. This guy is giving me a really hard time. I'm gonna try another call. Three coyotes, none of them is the one we're looking for. Maybe this one? That looks big. Okay, that's the one. And finally he's down. Wow, that guy took me all over the island here. And as you can see, a lot of new coyotes again. But here he is. 26.2 kilograms. Scoring 57. Very nice. Finally, we can do the trophy shot here. So apart from my very fast tracking and spooking, hopefully this was helpful. As you can see, there's a lot of coyotes on the southeastern side of Loggers Point. Fairly open area. Of course, the grass is a bit of a challenge, but if you find good vantage points where you can see them well, where you can lure them towards, you should be doing okay here. I hope you enjoyed, never got annoyed. Thank you very much. Stay in touch.